I want to tell you about a young lady I know. She was pretty heavy-set growing up, but I guess around puberty, somewhere between the 8th and 9th grade, she goes to high school and lost all the weight. Now, when she started high school, this was the first time that boys were paying any attention. And she's also learning to adapt to this new body. She meets this older guy, already out of school. He's got a job. He's got a car. Cool, right? Well, the young lady finds herself pregnant. Now, add to it, she's a preacher's kid. But she stays in school and carries the term. Now, during the delivery, the child's father is there. He was definitely being supportive to her the entire time. After the delivery, he lets her know, hey, I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to go downstairs to the cafeteria and get something to eat. But he didn't come back. She didn't think anything of it. She calls him the next morning, and his father answers the phone. She asks to speak to him. And in somewhat of a surprised tone, the father says, he's not here. He left for the Marines. In that moment of abandonment, this 15-year-old girl lays in the hospital bed, devastated with her newborn baby. Well, that girl was me. Back then, I had no focus. I came and went as I wanted, hardly paid any attention in school, and my GPA was below a 2.0. I had a choice to make. I could cry about it, which I definitely did, or I can cry about it and move on. We all come to points in our life where we can make a decision to do better, to be better. The rest is history. I allowed that pain to rechannel my energy. I began to focus on school, graduated on time, went to college, and later got my master's degree. I like to say there is purpose in your pain. So let's talk about yours. I want you to close your eyes. And really, don't just act like it. I literally want you to close your eyes. Think back to some of your most challenging moments, your most devastating, sad, lonely, depressed times of your life, whatever they may be. It may be hard for some to think about those things, that journey, but go back to that place in your mind. How did you feel? Alone? Seemed like nothing was going right? No clue how you were going to get through it? Don't be afraid to feel that and relive that moment. We are pushing way past fear today. Embrace those feelings. Now, everyone has their own personal breaking point. So though my experience and your experiences may be different, we all seem to share being in that moment of choice. Choice is important. The moment of giving up or not giving up. I choose to do everything that I can to never be in that place again. And on today, I want you to choose to do the same. You can open your eyes. I have 5 very simple points that have helped me to develop the art of unleashing relentless mind power. I'll say that again. The art of unleashing relentless mind power. Never forget, your brain and your mind are 2 different things. Your brain is an organ. Your mind, however, is ever changing and adapting in every experience. Your mind is manifestations of your thoughts, your emotions, your determination, your memory. So though it's common for the brain and the mind to be used interchangeably, let's be clear. Today, we're going to focus on your gift, your mind. It is the most powerful thing that you have. Now, when I say the art of unleashing relentless mind power, let's unpack that just a little bit. Art. What is art? When you think of art, what comes to mind? Maybe a painting, a photo, a sculpture? Well, but what if you could paint, you could capture, or you could mold your life? It's an art to that. It's an art to taking what looks one way and allowing your internal energy, allowing the mind to change it into something else, something beautiful, something powerful, something greater. Let's find that space. So, number one, you have to believe. You have to decide there is a better reality that awaits you each and every day. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, your perception is your reality. It's so true. Please believe that. Your perception is your reality. So, there was a Harvard experiment done back in the 1950s where they put rats in water to see how long could they tread before they drown. Yeah, weren't many regulations back then, right? But the study showed that most rats could tread up to 15 minutes before they drown. They then began to take the rats out of the water right before they reached the point of complete exhaustion. Dried them off, let them rest a few minutes before putting them back in the water for a second time. Now, let me know, how long do you think they swam that second time? Another 15 minutes? 10 minutes? When put back in the water, they swam 60 hours. 60 hours. 15 minutes, 60 hours. Wow. So what was the conclusion? The rats thought they would be rescued again. And so they didn't give up. It's amazing what the mind can do. Now, circling back to when we are in the middle of what I call a storm, you're having some challenging periods and you don't really see a way out. We literally have to remind ourselves that we have been there before and we always make it back out of the storm. Whatever life's thrown your way. Now, it might not be as quickly as we want it to be, but you always make it back out. So believe that and live that. Okay, time to get focused. So number 2, eliminate distractions. Think about what you want out of life and don't think small. Don't set limits. Allow your mind to roam. Allow new energy, new thoughts, new what ifs to flow, and then eliminate distractions. One of the exercises that I like to lead in my vision and time management workshop is for you to write down your life goals in 2 sentences. No more, no less. 2 sentences. This is very difficult for a lot of people to narrow it down. But if you can narrow it down to 2 sentences, that gets to the core of what you want to accomplish while you're on this earth. Then you can eliminate the things that are not in line with that core vision. This has to do with the essence of who you are. And then eliminate the distractions. These things will continuously motivate you because they are a part of your core. Fulfill your core. Now, okay, we've gotten rid, all the distractions are gone, right? You've gotten rid of them. So now we need to create a healthy support team, a healthy environment. So number 3, create a positive circle of influence. This may include a variety of people, such as family, friends, business associates, and even sometimes strangers. Who are you surrounded by? Are their goals and aspirations similar to yours? Do they have the type of motivation or more motivation than you have? Will they tell you the truth? I even go as far as to say, develop multiple circles. I personally have those that I can talk to about personal matters, some that I can discuss business matters, etc. You have the power to identify what you need and always be on the lookout for how you can also pour back into them. You're creating an atmosphere of positive energy, which will keep both you and them energized over time. I also recommend seeking a mentor, Someone trustworthy that can not only lend an ear, but provide a sound advice in the times of need. Also, don't limit this to only people. Be cautious with what you allow in, whether that's through TV, music, social media. Positivity and continuous learning energize. Find those things. Number 4, plan and prepare. And then prepare for the unplanned. I like to say, just allow your mind to flow. I keep talking about flow, but it's the energy. You got to let it go sometimes. So I do what I call a brain dump. So literally, I will throw anything that I'm thinking about doing, possibly goals. I throw it all on a sheet of paper or on a whiteboard. Write out what comes to mind, and then you can refine and prioritize later. But just get it out first. Identify items that you need in order to ensure that it happens. So create your large goals, but then break those goals down, not only into action items, but take it a step further with habit development. In order to successfully obtain the goals, what habits might you need to start or stop? Plan and prepare for these items, and don't forget the accountability. Lastly, number 5, you have to keep yourself up if you want to have relentless power to pursue your goals, your passion, your why, because otherwise you're going to get burnt out, right? This includes, but not limited to, health and fitness, mental wellness, even forgiving. You've been holding on to some anger, resentment, hurt from others. Yes, sometimes you need to forgive them even with no apology given. And sometimes you just need to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes, and you need to let that go. Now, it takes renewal for you to continue to recharge. So when I say relentless, that is when you come to these roadblocks in life. You're fatigued, you're tired of being the strong person. It's not happening when you thought it should happen, but you keep going. I like to use the hashtag quit quitting. Simple statement, but it exudes relentless mindset. I was once asked by someone just beginning their health and wellness journey, what would I tell myself back when I first started? My response, you are already stronger than you think you are. My father once told me a quote, and I loved it, and it has absolutely impacted my life. A boat is not concerned with the waters on the outside. It's more concerned with the waters from within. Make sure that you remember renewal is important. So unleashing relentless mind power is your greatest gift. Use it. I am very purposeful in renewal. So I schedule my physical fitness. I plan time to spend with my girlfriends to unwind. I am intentional about relaxation days, spa days, vacations, and just plain old do nothing days. Just lay in the bed. That's okay. Yes, I plan that too. Everyone needs time to renew oneself and refocus. So, in closing, I want you to be as charged up as I am each and every day. I want you to remember there is an art to unleashing relentless mind power. You control it. Your energy is a thrust into the universe. You have purpose, and use each and every day to show up and show out. Thank you.